Alright, so this is the current model Porsche 911. It is a 2012 onwards, and I'm going to show you 3 places where you will find rattles and vibrations within this car. Rattles and vibrations can be extremely annoying, especially on a new car like this, when I don't really think they should be existing at all. But they do exist. It's a fact of all cars, mainly cars which are a little bit older, to be honest with you. But this one does have a couple, so I'm going to show you where they are now. Let's get into it. Okay, so you joined me in the car now, and the first area is around here. The seat belts, the buckle itself is not actually very well protected against either side. Basically what's happening is when the car is driving along, it makes a noise where the buckle here touches the leather, and also on the other side where the buckle touches the actual center console here. Now you can see on this one here that Porsche have attempted to put something there. This is from the factory, but unfortunately they haven't realized that it's not actually enough. So what I've done is, on this particular seatbelt here, I've done the modification, and it's basically just felt here. You can see here, this is a sheet of felt, and it comes in A4 size. You get it from any sort of local haberdashery or hobby sort of store. This one is Hobbycraft, and you can see I put a black stripe down on the corner here where that is going to touch the actual center console, and then I put a big black patch on right here where it's going to touch the leather when it's moving. Don't forget the seatbelt buckle itself may move depending on who's in the car, so it might be down there, it might be up here, so it's best to cover all angles and cover as much of the area as you can. So that's what I'm going to do with this one right now. Alright, so this side has now been done. As you can see, this now is coated in the fabric, and also this corner here, so there should be no noise when actually rubbing up against the sides. So I'm happy with that. That's the first one. Now the second part of this area here is this center console here. Now if you push down on it, you'll hear that it's quite creaky. Now it doesn't make any noise when you push down on this bit, and it doesn't make any noise when you're actually moving this. So I suspect what we might need to try and do is sort of fabric up the sides here, and around the side and around this little area here. I'm not going to do that just yet, but it is something that I am going to do to try and get rid of that kind of creaking noise. Alright, the second vibration noise might be different depending on whether you have a right hand drive or a left hand drive. For me it sounded like it was coming sort of around this area here on the front end of the dashboard, but others have reported that it's coming from the Glovebox area. So it might, like I say, if the steering wheel's on this side, then the Glovebox area is going to be here, so it might all tie in with it being at that end. What I have done, and I've actually solved this mystery, is just pop your front compartment up, and it's basically a cover panel which covers the battery and a few other bits and bobs, which is actually causing the rattle. It sounds like it's on the interior of the car, but it's not. It's a battery cover, and I'll show you where that is. So that's the battery cover there, and it has little clips here, and this is part of it here, and it looks like somebody's already attempted to put something on to stop the rattle, but obviously isn't working, so we need to up our game here, put more on. Well, that's the second part of the rattle. Alright, so I'm in the back of the car now. Hey. This is possibly one of the hardest ones, which I haven't actually figured out how to fix this one yet. If you look at the headlining, you see quite here that it's moving quite a bit, and this panel here is the panel in question, because if I bang on this, it does actually replicate the vibration that we're getting. Somehow what you really need to do is either take this quarter off here, which I don't suspect would be too hard if I'm honest with you, but take it off and maybe pad it, and again use some sort of fabric like the fabric we previously used to actually just pad the areas where it touches anything, and that is what will solve this issue. Like I say, I haven't done this one yet, however I'm confident that this is going to be quite an easy fix, and it is definitely vibrating from this panel here. So I hope you found that interesting, I hope you found that useful. There's probably going to be a lot more, sitting with my head down here, there's probably going to be a lot more rattles and vibrations that will no doubt show themselves in the coming years of ownership with this car, but those are the three main areas that I've actually come across at the moment, so we'll get those fixed, and if I do come across any more, obviously I will upload it as well to YouTube. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.